Hello, good morning, hello everyone, welcome to this new video. My name is Esther. In this channel you are going to find fashion tutorials, sewing tutorial and everything that is linked to sewing. Okay, we learn how do we sew using the basic pattern. Okay, the basic pattern usually have two basic pattern. Okay, from the shoulder to the waist, that's the bodice. From the waist to the knee, that's the skirt. Okay, and if it's a trouser, then you need a pattern of a trouser, and then if you need a sleeve, then you go for the pattern of the sleeve, meaning from the armhole going to your wrist. Okay, so today we are going to learn how to make a dress with a little bit of flounce. The flounce is gonna start from the tip of the shoulder going to the waist. Okay, so it's gonna be a parallel. Let's say from the shoulder here, it's gonna go through the line of the middle of the shoulder going down to the waist. Okay, and it's also going to be reflected to the back. Okay, so we are going to make use of this fabric here. Okay, we have a little bit of brown shade and orange, and we are gonna merge it with this gold, the trilling gold. Okay, so let's see what's the result is gonna look like. So we will use the pattern of the skirt. Okay, this is one old sample that I always keep, okay, and also the pattern of the bodice. Very old, but yeah, it's still useful. So I'm gonna push on the camera and then we're gonna start with this specific tutorial. All we are going to do, we are gonna draw the dot going from the shoulder to the waist for the bodice, and then we will match the start of the dot at the skirt going to the knee. Okay, so the design looks like this. The flounce is a bit unclear, but it's going to be on top of the line of the shoulder here. Okay, so it's basically going to be inserted inside the dot. Okay, so I'm gonna push on the camera and then we're gonna get started with this specific tutorial. I hope that you're doing great. So let's sew a little bit for Christmas. Okay, so we're gonna have 1, 2, 3 panels for the front and 1, 2, 3, 4 for the back, because the zip is going to be here. The zip is going to be here in the middle. Okay, so let's transform the basic bodice and the skirt pattern to form this. This is the front. Okay, so now you're gonna put the dot. We have the side dart of the bodice, and then we have and you just draw the dot. I don't take that much. Okay, this is the front dart. Remember, for aesthetic purpose, I always close it. Okay, so this gap here is gonna be in there of the dot. Okay, so we made a copy back and front. Okay, so now I can actually work out on this. I'm going to remove my pattern and then you're gonna do it on this one. Okay, the needle is good because this dot here is equally distant. Okay, so it's actually in the middle. D'accord? So it's good to find the middle of the shoulders, front and back, and join it to this dot point here. D'accord? So if I get the middle, I have 14 centimeters. Let me adjust. I think I've adjusted this pattern earlier. I've cut this. Okay, so if I find the middle here, 14 divided by 2 is 7. 7 is here. Okay, so I'm going to join this point here to the start of my dot. Okay, same here. I'm going to extend this point here to the end here. You can find the middle. If maybe I had this middle line here, I could have just traced to the end. But I can do this. Okay, where's my longer ruler though? Okay, let me use this. You can just extend it. So basically, we are gonna cut through here. D'accord? And here. Transformation, very important in sewing. Okay, you have the basic pattern, then you design anything you want. Okay, so we're gonna cut through here, and on this part here we are actually going to insert that ruffle. That ruffle is gonna be a rectangle. Okay, you can draw any shape, you can draw a curve, anything. Okay, so it's gonna be here, it's gonna fix in here. Okay, and it's gonna cover the arm. Okay, so yeah, so this for the back. For the front we do the same. You find the middle of the shoulder should be the same, okay, because this is matching, these are gonna be joined. Okay, so if you have 14 here, you should have as well 14 on the back, right? Back and front. Okay, so 7 as well. Okay, so from this 7 here, the middle of the shoulder, we are going to join to this point here, the start of our dart. Okay, and then as well from this end here of the dart through the mid hip, we are gonna go straight down and touch the knee line. Okay, and then as well we are gonna cut through here. This part is gonna get cut, and then the zip will start here. Okay, zip will start here, ending somewhere here. Okay, so you need at least a zip of 44 now. Okay, but if you are starting from the neck, the tip of the neck here, then you need a 60 centimeter at least. I think my zip was, how long is my zip? Let me take my zip. You see, my zip is 50. Okay, you start from the beginning here of the teeth. Okay, the cursor here going to this lock over there, so it's 50 centimeter, but it's gonna match perfectly for this design. You can see it's even a bit longer, but that's okay. D'accord? Donc voilà, on a appliqué la transformation sur le dos. Okay. This direction. Okay. So the salvage over there is no longer following our normal cutting rules. Okay, so now I need to estimate if my pattern will fit here. I know the fold already is gonna be the panel of the front. The front here. It's gonna be here. Then the other front is gonna be next to it. I need to cut this. And then the other two panel. So the back will follow. Okay. So it's also cool to cut your fabric next to each other. Okay, like this. You just leave a little bit of space for the seam allowances. Okay, not more, just enough. So now, if I place it like this, okay, then I have this. Okay, it's perfect actually. So I just need to cut this down there, okay? Because I remember this length was a bit short. Okay, so well, we have placed the pattern. Now I'm just going to use my pins to support the fabric. Just add the seam allowance, okay? Just the necessary seam allowance, and then you pin. I'm just gonna use 2 pins, okay? So now this is the center back, okay? So you can actually turn if you want to, okay? You can turn to save the space like that. You see the space here. Then you use your fabric more efficiently, but just for you to follow with me, I'm just gonna put it like this. Actually, you must put it onto this direction because the alignment of this design must follow front and back, okay? You can have the front like this and the back like that, okay? Because this curve here, these shapes here are actually going down, okay? Yeah, so ok, donc voilà, je vais juste stabiliser mon patron sur le tissu et je vais mettre mes épingles. Considérez la valeur de couture, okay? Ma valeur de couture sur les côtés, je vais prendre 2 cm, à l'intérieur je vais prendre 1 cm, d'accord? So, voilà, je crois que comme ceci c'est bon. Donc je vais juste mettre des épingles en haut et en bas. Okay. L'essentiel c'est d'avoir son tissu stable, son patron stable sur le tissu, et on peut faire la coupe, d'accord? Donc voilà. Comme ceci. Voilà, comme ceci. Okay, now I can cut through. So the length, I just want the length to be 2 here. Okay, so I won't cut here. I'm just gonna cut vertically. Now let me just separate. Okay. Now let's focus on the flanks. Remember, we are trying to achieve those. We are trying to achieve this design here. Okay, so now we're gonna cut the yellow part. I'll put this aside. Oh, I can keep it. Let me keep it. I'll keep the side. Okay. Like this. I'll keep the side. Like this. So now the flounce is gonna fall over there next to the design next to you, so that you can see. The yellow flounce here is gonna stop at the waist. Okay, the waist is here. So now let's take our fabric and then we will measure. Okay, Actually, let me fold again. Actually, let me fold it through the length. The tulle, it's actually good to cut the tulle on this, on the floor. Okay. Because it takes a lot of space. You know what? Let me remove this. I'm just gonna measure the length. So from the waist, front and waist dot, 61 and 120. So we need 120 over 23. So I'm just going to put the I'm sorry, over 25 centimeters. Okay, so now I'll put aside this button and then I'll bring up this. I need to fold this correctly. I need to know where is the length actually. Okay. If it's like this, then I need to cut it like this. Cutting the tulle. Okay. Very soft. Actually, if you have a tulle, then it's gonna be better. But I'll see if I can double it with the black tulle. Okay. Okay, so this one, this part here or put or make gathers, oops, gathers, and it's gonna be in there. D'accord? So I do the same step. I repeat the same step over and over for my tulle. Okay, and then at the end I'll fix it. So I think let's take the small break and then we will continue. With this. So basically, let me bring up the pieces. Back and front. This is the back. Okay. When you sew, always put your piece together. Okay. So this flounce here, this ruffle is going to be in there like this. Okay. Front and back. I hope it's gonna be enough. I think I'm just gonna cut it through slowly and then make gathers. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, hello, coucou tout le monde. So we are back. I'm gonna push on the camera and show you everything I did. Okay, so the dress that we're trying to achieve looks like this. Okay, this is a blueprint. D'accord. Donc voici le modèle qu'on essaie de réaliser. Okay, so right now I've sewn in one part of the ruffle that is gonna get inserted through the dot. Okay, the princess dot, and then I've sewn the zip as well, and then the front. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like. I'm gonna explain to you how do you actually join the different panel. Okay, remember, for the front we have 3 panels. Okay, those main 1, 2 to the side, front. For the back we have 4 from the center, back. Okay, we have 1, 2, okay, and another 2, meaning 4 back and 3 front, because we cut the front on the fold of the fabric. D'accord? And then for the ruffle, you can use any type of fabric. Okay, I'm using here a tulle. Okay, so I've made pleats of rectangles. Okay, that have double. I have here, this is a 4 layers basically. Okay, so I've made gathers on it, and then I've joined through this line over there. Let me push on the camera and then I'm gonna show you how I joined this thing. So right now we're just gonna finish up the one side, okay, and then we're gonna close up the side. D'accord? So I'm gonna apply the facing on the neck, front and back later, and also do the hem at the knee line. D'accord? So this is what it looks like. Okay, so you can see my table. D'accord? So the patterns are on here. I'm just gonna show you. Okay? So this is the front. I'm gonna show you the back. This is the back here. Okay. There's one panel for the back, and then the other one for the front. The other one for the back as well, sorry. So you arrange the neckline and then this is what it looks like. D'accord? So we join this panel here and then you fix the zip to the center back. This for the back. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4 panel are joined. You first close this side here till the chest line you stopped. Okay? Because normally the ruffle was supposed to get down here, but since I don't have enough trill, so it doesn't reach this chest line. Okay, so here you can see the zip that are fixed. D'accord. Now let me turn and show you the front. It looks fluffy. So yeah, so this is one front here, and then you can see I've joined through the dot line. Let me bring up the pattern and show you. So this was the front. Okay, so the neckline is here. Can you see? This is the front. There's the ruffle here. So this is the first one, and then the second panel is just the spot. Okay, so basically the ruffle is getting inserted through the dots, okay, in there. So you cut this part here on 4. You can see here I've cut on 4. This is the symmetrical image, okay. And voila. Now for the ruffle, all you do, you cut rectangles and then you fold it again and again and again. You make pleats and then you sandwich stitch it through the dot line. Okay, and then this is what the first side looks like. This is the neck here. Okay, I still need to cut the facing for the front. Okay, so if I try to open it like this, you are able to see the armhole. Can you see? This is the armhole, and there is the ruffle that is getting inserted in the middle. D'accord? Same, and it's finished at the back here. So this for the ruffle. So now I'm going to show you how do you fix it. So you need to, let me open it, okay, like this, following this direction. I think here you have a clear, a better view. Okay, so this is the wrong side. This is the wrong side. You can see I sew in through the dot. Okay, this is the shoulders. Okay, first of all you sew through the dot, then you stop somewhere before the armhole. Okay, because we're gonna fix this ruffle in there. Okay, it was supposed to end a bit down, but since I didn't have enough fabric, so I've stopped a bit up. Okay, so once you've joined it, you just stop somewhere here, and then another thing, you do the same for the other side. You stop somewhere. You see here I've stopped just the bust line. Okay, and then you sew in your zip. Okay, now for the front you do the same. This is the front. Okay, you close in the dot at the front, you stop somewhere here as well. Okay, now you focus on the shoulders. D'accord? Let me just put it like this, because the ruffle is taking a bit of space. Then you match the shoulders. The shoulder of the side panel with the side panel. Remember, armhole must match armhole. Left side, you sew in the shoulders. Same the middle part, you sew in the shoulders. Okay, now you go to the other side and then you also sew the shoulders first and the shoulder first. Okay, once that is done, then you have your shoulder that is joined on each panel. Okay, we join in the shoulder first because this on this line here we're gonna add the ruffle. Okay, so at the end then you take one piece, okay, either the left or the right, then you attach the ruffle in there. Okay, you can see this line here, I've attached it first, the ruffle first. Okay, then you attach it to one layer. Okay, and then after you've attached to one layer, then you can join these two layers together. Okay, and you just finish up to reach the end of the dot, left and right. This is the neck here. Okay, this is the neck. Now let me show you how you do the other side. Same, you take your ruffle, then you fix it on one side. You can see here I fix it onto one side only. Okay, now it's on one side. You can join this 1, 2 and 3 layer together. So what you do, oh, it's my wrist. Okay, it is. Okay, so what you can do, you just focus on the shoulders. Shoulders must match shoulders, the shoulder line. Okay, so you open the seam. I haven't done the overlocking, but it's fine. So you open the seam, then you match it and you put your pin. Okay, same, you go from the shoulder line, you go left and right. Okay, remember. So now I'm just gonna pin this end of ruffle down here, and then I'll pin the rest here like this. Okay, now let me go down as well. Like this. Okay, so now we are going to sew in through this side. Okay, once that is gonna be completed, I'm going to sew through the side. So you're going to match right side, touch right side. This is the ruffle here, armhole is here, armhole is over there. This is the neck, here's the center back, and this is the center front. Okay, so you match right side, touching right side. You just take your shoulder line, you hold it, and then you make it face like this. Right side back, touch the right side of the front, and we sew on the wrong side. D'accord, donc voilà, on va joindre le devant et le dos sur les côtés. So you must just mark the armhole. If you put the notches at the hip line, then you can follow it. I did mine, so I'm just gonna match the hip line. Okay, and then I'll go down, put another pin, then I'll go up and put the other pin as well. Okay, like this. Okay, same over there. Match the hip line with hip line. Remember to make your notches of 3 millimeters on the important point. Okay, so like this and like this. Okay, pull this ruffle in before closing. Okay, so now you must just match your waistline and then the arm. Oh, okay. So now we are going to sew through the side, left and right. Okay, and as well, let me open the zip. Okay, and before we also going to sew through this side here. Okay, so let me remove this pin on the armhole and on the waist, just to allow me to sew this dot. Okay, so let's sew and then I'm just to throw away my pattern. So here you can see this is the front. See, this one thing that I can remove. Let's cut the thread. Okay. I need to do a overlock. Okay, so I've sewn the dot, I've sewn the side, the front, and then the back as well. I've sewn the dot. Okay, I fix the zip. Okay, and then before fixing the side, I did the shoulders. Okay, so please also do that. Okay, you need to fix your shoulder first before finishing this dot here. D'accord? Because the dot does not have a seam at the shoulders. Okay, you just go left front to the back. D'accord? So this is what the dress looks like on the wrong side. If you have lining, you're free to have a copy, exactly the same copy as the main fabric. Okay, and then you're gonna close through the neck. Okay, so let me just open it and show you the right side, and then I'm gonna fit it and show you the results. Okay, so this is what our dress looks like. Interesting.